Sup, chumps? Dave from Dave Craves Raw Food. Today we got a controversial topic. Talking about the Bible. So, I noticed something that, by the way, it doesn't matter if you don't believe in the Bible or whatever. This video is more about, the eating than what the Bible actually, well, we'll see. Let's see how this goes. I see a lot of Christians use the Bible as their excuse to eat meat, right? So they say that God said that we could eat meat, so they eat it. But what I want to say is that was after the flood. So before the flood, God gave us the green herbs and the fruit-bearing plants, or the seed-bearing fruits, and that was to be our food. And then what happened was there was like some crazy stuff going on, fallen angels, whatever you want to say. Satan came down, started banging women. Like we started running amok and acting like fools, and we were like his little children that were not listening to our Father. Let's just say that. So, God looked down at us and he was very disappointed, and he's like, what happened? Like, I don't know why this is happening. I don't know what I've done. I got to get rid of it. So he found one man that was worthy of staying alive, and that was Noah. So he told him to build a box or an ark and to put some animals in there, put some food in there for him and his family, and then also put seeds in there so he can plant. So what had happened was the whole earth flooded, everything died, trees, plants, animals, except for what was in the ark, right? So this took a while, I'm guessing. I don't really know how long it took, but I'm guessing most of their food was eaten. And the food that they would have had in there is fruits and vegetables, and I bet there is ways of like canning them, preserving them, something like that. So when they finally get the okay to get out of the ark, what happens is there's no more plants. Like everything was dead, there's no more food growing out of the ground. So you can't just plant seeds and have them grow right away. So having food to eat, it's a problem right now. So what God does is he says, now the beasts of the field are also yours to eat, and you can have their milk. Or he might have said you can have their milk in the beginning too, but that again isn't, excuse me, sorry, I don't know what's going on. That again isn't telling them that they can kill an animal, because thou shalt not kill, right? So what happens is they need to eat something. So they eat meat, and the next coming generations, after this started happening, so after they started eating meat, Noah still lived to be over 500 years old. But then people after him, or maybe he even lived 900, I don't know, but before the flood, people were living up to 900 years old, 800 years old, pretty regularly. They didn't even start having kids till they were in their hundreds. So what happened after is people started dying at like 120. That was to be the age of man. That's what God said, that 120 is now the age of man. And now I don't know if he said that because he's like, well, people have too much time here and there's too much time for them to become corrupt, or I don't know what it was. But what I think a big factor of it was the fact that we had to eat flesh now. And since we have to eat flesh, which our bodies aren't designed for, he didn't design our bodies to do that, we start aging, and we start dying, and we start, not living to be as long as we had been originally designed. And, I hope someone out there has some more to elaborate on this and maybe argue with me. It'd be really interesting to see what you say, because I'm new into reading the Bible, and I found that was very interesting. I'm just trying to figure everything out. I'm always seeking truth, and I'm always trying to find out where we got ideas for things and the origins of things, and a Bible is something that I've never read, so I started to read it, and I'm in Genesis, and I came across this part, and that's why I'm speaking on it. So in my opinion, we were not designed to eat meat, and once we started doing it, we started to kind of decline in our health, and our diseases became more and more. We actually became just different. You know what I mean? It was just different. And I'm not saying worse, because obviously it was so bad that there had to be a flood. So, I mean, that happened. So, yeah, I kind of lost a little train of my thought, but in my opinion, I don't think saying that the Bible says that we eat meat is right, because it's taken out of context. It was in the context that there was no other food to eat, right? So if there's no other food to eat, then you have to eat it. And that's what we say too in the vegan community. If you were stranded on a desert island, you're going to do what you got to do. You might even eat a human, who knows? Like, you're going to be in that survival state. And so when you're in that survival state, you have to do things that aren't natural to survive. You know what I'm saying? You got to do things that are out of your normal to survive. And maybe not even, you might have to eat, worms and stuff, like that kind of thing. Like, that doesn't mean that worms are good for you, So, yeah, I just think that people need to take a step back and look at the context of when things are being said, and especially if you're trying to use the Bible as an argument to eat meat, then you should really look at the context in which God told us that we can eat meat. And it wasn't because it was like good for us, it was fun. It was what we had to do in the moment and what we had to do at that time to survive. So, yeah, and then we started dying sooner. Like, we just started like slowly over time, that people were living for 400 years and 300 years and then 120. And then, people were having kids in their 40s compared to like when they were 100. I think Noah had his first kid when he was like 400 or something like that. It was like crazy. Yeah, I can't remember. It was he was really old, and before he had a wife, which was weird because he was in like the Egyptian palace and stuff. So I don't know. But that aside, yeah, let me know your comments down below, because I'd really like to hear. This is a very interesting topic to me. I feel like in my heart that we aren't supposed to be killing animals. It's disgusting, and it's like bad, and like, I think that this day and age we have the choice, and I think we're always given a choice. And I think the more that we can choose life over death is going to be more the path. Even if you're a Christian and you're on that path, I think that's more of the path that you should be taking, because it just seems right. And I feel like, they say that the word is written in our hearts, or the scripture is written in our hearts, or the truth is written in our hearts. And I feel like in my heart, the second that I heard that, we shouldn't be eating animals, I felt that in my heart. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I will see you soon. Peace.